Hey everyone, I've had a breakthrough here, so I'm going to try to make a super short video. So this is a little lobby area, and what we have here is a proxy map. The red represents border zones, the black is a street, the white are the default city tiles. So I fixed up my world generation. Now it doesn't spawn as big a world as I want yet, but we're getting there. It's doing pretty good. So this will take a few seconds to spawn. And what this is an 11 by 11 map. Each tile is 60 meters, I believe. So that's still, it's over half a kilometer. And actually the level loads pretty quick. But you see all these chunks? These are spawning because I'm near them. So these only spawn in when the player first encounters them. But now I'm going to press a button. And now it's going to generate the rest of the chunks in the map. Now, what I would do is mask this with like a loading screen or something like that. It takes, it's been doing between 30 seconds, usually less than a minute. But once the whole map spawned in, everything runs flawlessly. I'm getting like, shit 90 frames per second on average. It's fucking amazing. Now, I really would want my map to be much larger than this. Now, I have the run speed of the player character cranked up right now. That's just for testing purposes. So in game, I've been playing a lot of Escape from Tarkov lately, which is a tactical military simulation game, pretty much, if you're not familiar with it. The speeds in that are very realistic, and it's kind of slower paced, and that's kind of what I was aiming for with this anyway. So the maps shouldn't need to be as large. I did want to have a big open city to explore, and I might still be able to figure that out. It might not be seamless. I might just have to have loading checkpoints here and there. But I'd want the transitions to be natural, so it's not just like, oh, I crossed an indiscriminate border that the player can't see. Now I have to spend a minute loading the next map. Now, it would be stuff like entering specific areas. You see all my chunks being generated here. Now everything's good now. So proxy map. Anyway, yeah, so it would be like specific areas. Now notice my frame rate at the top right here. I got to optimize my grass a bit more. That's a holdover because I had to go back to an earlier iteration of my project because I messed some stuff up. Look, some of these areas get over 100 frames. Anyway, so the map transitions would be things like specific areas, for example, like a shopping mall or something, you know what I mean? Like the mall would be its own separate level, not affected by the outside world. Some areas could be like that. I think we could have like industrial zones and stuff that are kind of like, have more or less natural barriers that kind of, segregate them from the other parts of the world. Everything just has to feel natural. It has to make sense. That's the big thing. I'm going for realism, even though I'm going to have mutants run around and shit. But, yeah, man, you can run through this whole section of map here, not having any issues with speed. And what I'm starting to get into right now is I'm working on, so the world generation was my first hurdle. I said, once I get that done, I'll be pretty happy and I can start working on the rest of the game, which is actually at the point I'm at now. So a lot of this stuff needs to be fixed up, like the textures on the buildings are messed up. Not a big deal for now. I'm going to redo some stuff, simplify some things. I'm going to have less, varied textures probably. I have like 6 brick textures. I don't need that many. I could probably get away with like 3, 2 even. Yeah, but things are looking up. I took a break for a few months, and now, I guess it took me that long to figure out how to fix what I wanted to do. But yeah, now I'm working on characters, and I think my next step is I'm shooting through some tutorials now for shooters and horror games and stuff, and trying to figure out like what little bits and pieces I want to have in here. But it's still going to be an explory. I think I want it to be a tense game. Yeah, I'm hoping within I've been making some good progress on it now because personal life story. I'm now like waking up at 5 o'clock at night and then like going to bed at, it's about 11 a.m. as I'm recording this, and I'm just about to go to bed, and I'll wake up at 5:30 when my girlfriend gets home from work. So it's nice her waking me up when she gets home, because that's the only thing that's been keeping me on any sort of regular schedule for the last few months. I just have the most fucked up sleep schedule. Don't know why. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to start working on AI. I'm going to put in some placeholder NPCs pretty soon. I'm thinking hopefully by next week I ought to have them up and running. At least just like having some dudes walking around, wandering around and shit. But yeah, so I wanted to make this short. I could probably go on for an hour, but I'm going to bed, and the rest of it is all just stuff I'm planning on working on, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.